Today's day 2 of ellipses. Today we're going to be looking at how to find an equation of ellipse given different varied information that you're given. It's not the graph, but we're going to have to do some graphing to do it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the setup for all ellipses. All right, we've even put in more information because we know where the x and the y are going to be. All right, they're in order alphabetically, and then what's going to change is the a and b. Okay, so in this case, what you're given is you're given some information, given the center point, given the focus point, a focus point, not both, and then what is the semi-minor axis length. So that's going to be the shorter of the two lengths, as the longer one is called the major axis length. Okay, one of the important things to do for these types of problems is to draw a picture. It doesn't have to be that, it doesn't have to be like super accurate. It just has to kind of give you an idea of where everything is. Okay, because it's going to tell you along, for example, where the or how the ellipse is orientated. Is it going to be vertically, horizontally? And that's going to tell you where the x and the y's go. Sorry, the a and the b's are going to go. Okay. So if we kind of draw a sketch of this, the center is going to be at 3, 4, which puts it about there. The focus point is 6, 4, so it's on the same height, but it's just to the right of the center point, so it's there. So let's stop here for a second and understand what this means. This means, since the focus point is to the right of the center point, and the focus point is on the major axis length, that means the ellipse is horizontally orientated, which means it's kind of longer than it is taller. Okay, this also means that since we know that the graph is orientated this way, that the minor axis length of 4 is going both up and down from the center point. So now, with this information, we kind of have an idea of what our ellipse is going to look like. Okay, so you can start putting stuff into our equation. All right, because we know it is horizontally orientated, we know the a squared value is going to be under the x term. Now the b squared is going to be under the y term. All right, we can start figuring out some of this stuff. We now know the center point is 3, 4, so that means h and k is -3 and -4. All right. We do know the b squared value because if we take 4, our minor axis length, and square it, we get 16. What we don't know is the a squared term. Okay, here's where the focal distance formula is going to come into play. So if you remember from yesterday, it is c squared equals a squared minus b squared. All right, we put the values into what we do know and what we don't know. So we know, for example, that the b squared term, the b term is 4, and that the c value, the distance between the center and the focal point, which is kind of not, it's not given to us, but because we can count from 3 to 6, it is 3. Okay, so the distance between the center point to the focal point is 3, so the c value is 3. All right, so we square both those and subtract, or add, sorry. We're going to find out that a squared is equal to 25. All right, once we do this, we know that, well, we don't need to square root anything because we're actually looking for a squared. So we can put a squared into our formula, so a squared is 25. And now we have our equation all set up. We're done. Okay, so basically draw a picture, figure out what you can put in, and figure out what you need to find out. A lot of times if you need to find out something, it's going to be using that focal distance formula. All right, let's try the next one. In this case, we were given the focal points and a semi-major axis length, which is 6. Okay, so again, we're going to draw a little bit of a sketch. Right, so if we put in the 2 points, we have 3, 2 and 3, -2. Now again, because we know this is along the major axis length, we know the graph is going to be vertically orientated, so it's going to be taller than it is wider. All right. We also know where the center point is because the center point is directly between the 2 focal points. So we can put the center point right there. All right. So the center is going to be, if we went over 3 to the right and in between 2 and -2 is 0, so it's 3, 0 is our center point. All right. We also know, since that says the major axis length is 6, from the center to the top and bottom are both going to be 6, and that is the endpoints of our ellipse graph. We can kind of sketch it. All right. So now we can start putting things into where they belong. All right. Since we know that the graph is vertically orientated, we can put the a squared term underneath the y value, which means the b squared goes underneath the x. With our center of h, k being 3, 0, we can put those values into our formula for the ellipse. All right, And we know know that if the a value is 6, that means a squared is 36. What we need to do is find out the b value. So again, we turn to our focal distance formula. Okay, we know that the distance between the center point and a focal point is 2. That's the c term. We know that a squared is 36. So we find out when we solve this, we get b squared is equal to 32. Now again, we don't need to take the square root of this because we don't care what the square root is. We're not trying to find the point. We're not trying to graph this equation. Right? We're just trying to write the equation. And b squared is what goes into the formula. So we're going to put 32 in for b squared. All right? And that's what we get as our equation. All right, the last type of these that we're going to see is going to be where we're given an ellipse that goes through the following 4 points. Okay, so what we're going to do is, again, graph these. 1, 8 is up top. 1, 0 is on the x-axis. Negative 1, 4, and 3, 4. Those make up the endpoints of our ellipse. Okay, now, if you couldn't tell it by the graph, you should be able to tell it by the distances between the points. Okay, the center point, right smack dab in the center. Now, one thing you can look at is if you look at the first 2 points, they both have an x value of 1. On the last 2 points, both have a y value of 4. Well, that is going to be our center point. Our center point is going to be the common x's and the common y. So 1, 4 is going to be our center point. All right. We know that the distance from the center to the top and bottom is longer than the distance from the center to the left and right. That means our a squared value is going to be underneath the y term, and b squared will be underneath the x. You can start plugging in the numbers. You're going to put 1 and 4 in for the h and k next to x and y. All right. There is a distance of 4 between the center and the top and bottom points. So that's going to give you your a value. When you square it, you'll get 16. And there is a distance of 2 between the center and the left and the right points, which gives you 4 when you square it. And that is your equation of the ellipse. Okay. There are 3 more of these to practice. What I'd like you to try and do is pause the video for a couple minutes. Please try those using the first 3 that we did as examples. And then coming back and watch the video to make sure you've done them correctly. Okay, so please pause the video, try those, and then come back. All right, so hopefully you've paused the video, you're back, and you've tried them out. You're going to see if you're right. So we're going to go through these a little bit quick, but not too quick. All right, so again, we have 2 focal points and a minor axis length of 4. So we're going to sketch our graph. There's the 2 focal points. Now, because the focal points are located just the way they are, we know the graph is going to be horizontally orientated. It's going to go left to right. And the minor axis lengths are going to be up and down. Okay, we also know where the center is because it's right in the smack dab in the middle of our 2 focal points right there. And the center is going to be between 6 and 2, which is 4, 1. From that center point, we're going to go up by 4 and down by 4 and graph our ellipse. Okay. Because the graph is horizontally orientated, we know the a value is going to be underneath the x term, and the b value is underneath the y. We can start filling things in. The h is 4, the k is 1. All right. The minor axis length of 4 is the b term. Square it and you get 16. We need to find out what a squared is. So our c term is going to be 2. The b value is 4. You put those values in there into our equation for the focal distance and solve for a squared. We're going to replace a squared with 20. There's no need to square root it to find out what a is because we don't really care. We're looking for the equation, not for the graph. And that is your answer. Next one, you're given the center, a focal point, and a major axis length. So again, we're going to start by graphing this as a sketch. 3, 0 is our center point. Your focus point is negative 4, 0. Again, now looking at these 2, we know our graph is going to be horizontally orientated because the focal point is to the left and not up and down. Okay, your major axis length is 8, so you're going to have points on either side, just like this. The graph's going to look something like that. Excuse me. Okay, we're given the center, and we got to figure out where the A and B values go, since, again, it's horizontally orientated. It's going to go underneath the X. The B is going to go underneath the Y. The center being 3, 0, H is 3, K is 0, which we can just put as Y squared. All right. The major axis length of 8 means A squared is going to be 64. We don't know what B squared is yet, so we're going to figure it out. Since we know the distance between the focus point and the center is 7, your C value is 7, your A value is 8. Combine those and then divide by -1 before you get B squared is equal to 15. So we can just replace B squared with 15 and be done with it. Again, there's no need to square root both sides because we're not looking for B in our equation. Last one, again, we're given 4 different points. So we can plot these 4 different points just like this. You can't tell by the graph, the sketch of the graph, and sometimes you might not if you're not being too careful with your points, and that's okay because it's just a sketch. You should know the difference between 3 and -3, which is going to be 6, and then 3 and 5, which will be 2. So the horizontal distance is going to be larger than the vertical distance. All right, we can again check the values for the center by looking at the common x terms, which are 0s, and the common y's, which are 4s. So 0, 4 is our center. All right, we know since the graph is horizontally orientated, because from left to right it's longer than it is from up to down, A value is going to be underneath the x term, B value underneath the y. Now we can start just throwing stuff into the equation. So H is 0, K is 4. All right. The distance between the left point to the center is going to be 3. If you square that, you'll get 9. And the distance between the top and the bottom and the center is going to be 2. When you square that, you're going to get 4. And there is your equation, and we are done. All right, good luck on the practice. Please make sure you come to the Zoom sessions to ask questions if you have them, and good luck.